Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this section of the top section of the mirror. I'm going to grab here at this edge, this leading edge that's here. You can see there's a little bit of a lip. So I'm going to pull back with some force. Try not to drop it. Anyway, luckily I've got clear bra on there, so I don't have to worry about it. So you're going to pull that back, and that top section is going to pop out. So now I'm going to take my screwdriver here, and I'm going to unscrew both of these these screws right here. So it's a Phillips. You just have to pull those two out. Then I can pull this top black section back a little bit, so I can actually remove the light out. No need to remove this whole thing out. It'll kind of slide out. So I'm going to do that here. So now what this allows me to do is I can actually pull this back, and you can see how it just came unclipped from the actual head, or from the turn signal. So now I've got actually a little bit of room to be able to pull that turn signal out. And on the back of this, right here, there's a little bit of a tab right here. So you can see the teeth right here in between. So I can push those two together to get that actually out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push these both together, and now see how that's pulled back? So now I can actually remove the signal. And then obviously you've got your wires that are kind of tucked right here on this little lip right here. So you got these two wires right here, and I want to pull the wire out of that little hook so that I can get this out a little bit easier. So now I'm going to kind of work this guy by lifting up, and then he'll come up and out just like that. So behind here, I've got my plug, and I just unplug that, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this back in now. So this is the new turn signal. It's all blacked out, nice and pretty, looks awesome, looks really good. So I'm going to put that and plug that back in, same way that I removed it. And then I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to work it back into that same spot that it was taken out of. But before I do that, I'm going to run that wire back in that little hook right here. So I've got it back in that hook now. And now I'm going to rock this down and into the actual turn signal. And again, I'm going to try and line it up here. So I've lined it up there, and don't forget the clips back here. Make sure you push those clips in there so it's fully seated. There you go. Okay, so it's fully seated now. And now all I have to do is reinsert those screws. That screws tight, okay? You can see now I'm nice and flush here with everything. So now all I've got to do is take my cover. So here's my cover that got pulled off. Take my cover, I'm going to line it up. You'll hear it pop back in as you kind of push it back on. There you go. So now my cover's back on. Make sure it's all secure. All the different sections of it. And that's it.